Hey guys, so I just got caught in the ring. Typical British weather for you. You can't really do anything about that. But the topic I want to speak to you about today is racism. Yes, I said the ugly word racism. No one wants to talk about it, but it is everywhere. My grandmother, my great grandmother, my great great grandmother, I think you get the picture. We've all been subjected to racism at some point in our lives, and if we haven't been subject to it as yet, you will be at some point in the near future. Racism for me is ignorance, to be honest. That's what I define it as. Why? Because I think that humans have come so far. We've become more intelligent. More people have access to higher education. More people are literate, so they can read and educate themselves about what are the evils and the goods of this world. But basically, it all boils down to the human condition, which means that we are programmed to sort of be a bit prejudiced, or which means to prejudge someone based on personal or environmental factors. I totally disagree with the whole concept of being prejudiced or racist because you can never judge someone's intellect or someone's value or someone's judgment based on their skin color. To do so, I think, is highly ignorant in this 21st century. Technology has advanced. We have just welcomed the new iPhone 5, and but we are still stuck in the Stone Ages in some of our thoughts. You get some of the most respected people in the world are racist, and they make racist jokes and whatnot. Yes, it's all in good fun sometimes, but some people really take it beyond the pale. For example, you get religion. People are prejudiced based on religion. I myself am a Christian, but I do not hold a personal grudge against anyone that chooses to follow a different religion. I believe that Christianity is the way, but I do not discriminate against anyone that follows another religion, because we all have to make our own choices in life, and at the end of the day, we will have to answer based on our own decisions. But I challenge you to be an advocate of anti racism. Why? Because in this day and age, we cannot afford to be such superficial people. We cannot afford to just sit down and accept what our ancestors accepted. Mahatma Gandhi once stated that we must be the change that we wish to see in our society. And you can be that today. So I challenge and you to help someone, to be someone's friend. Reach out to someone that's a different skin color. Don't just stay in your groups because you feel comfortable. Yes, I understand that some people do not like having to be in a culture clash situation, but I think with the effect of globalization and the creation of the internet, we must learn to be more accepting of other people's origins, other people's skin color, other people's ideas, because that's the only way that we can move forward and end world conflict. So I believe that it's possible to sort of stop small scale racism by doing it in your own personal way. In any way possible, reach out to someone. Don't be afraid to speak to the Chinese kid in the back row. Don't be afraid to speak to the Caucasian kid. I am black and a female. So apart from being a female and already being limited in man's society, a society that is dominated by men, I'm also black, which means that many people will expect me to become a teenage mother or to be a victim of homicide or something of the sort. But I know that these statistics do not really reflect everyone. They are based on a few people, a few casualties. And however unfair this is, I choose to not be a statistic because it is really unfair to base my future on my color. So from this example, you can see how racism plays a part in our lives already. It's a part of society. We just turn a blind eye to it, but it's there. So if you can reach out to someone and stop the ignorance, because it is totally unfair and unethical to base your opinions of someone on the color of their skin. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., yes, I mentioned him. He fought for the rights of black people. But apart from black people, there are so many other races that are discriminated against. You even get people within the same race discriminating against other people with darker skin colors. Come on, guys, that's ridiculous. So yeah, as I come to the end of my rant, I challenge everyone to just try to be friendly to everyone. That's the only way forward in this life. It doesn't pay off to be bitter against someone based on the color of their skin. Okay? So I love you guys. Take care. Subscribe, like, dislike. Give me any of your opinions. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so hopefully I'll figure it out sometime. Okay? Bye. Mwah!